that transforms your pain and awakens your spirit. Isis heals the heart. Today, I'm about to just moisturize my hair, talk a little bit, and just let y'all catch up with how everything's going with me. So, honestly, I have a lot of, I used to have a lot of guilt and shame with how I moved with people. And I used to, like, guilt trip myself for my feelings and, like, how I would go about certain things and how impulsive I would be with certain situations. And now I'm starting to really be grateful for that because of the simple fact of how deep my heart goes, like how deep my love goes for somebody, and just how deep I am as a person. And like, people are just not as deep as I am, like, just not. They're just not. They're just very simple. And I realized that the people that I were around always used to call themselves deep, always used to be like, oh, I'm very connected to divine and this and that. But it wasn't until I talked to someone new that was really truly connected with source and his divinity that I knew, like, everybody around me were foes. They were foes. They were people who just said whatever to get by and did whatever to get by, and did whatever to look a certain way in front of certain people. And they said what they said around me because they knew that I was very deeply spiritual. They know I was very deeply connected to source. So, because that's all I used to talk about was God, and was how, like, I used to always give God the glory, even if it wasn't in the ways that Christians would do it, or in the ways that a religious person would do it. I would always be grateful in the most beautiful of ways. And I've seen that. I'm looking all throughout my memory banks, and I'm looking at everything that I used to do and everything that I used to say to people and do for people. And I'm like, I just was operating out of pure love. There was no agenda. There was no, oh, I want something in return. There was no weird, shady shit. But everyone around me represented that. And it made me understand how God really, he just really wanted to show me how beautiful I was, and that needed to be protected. Even if people don't see it, or even if people act like they don't see it, because obviously they do. Because if they did, they wouldn't even want to be with me. You feel me? Or they wouldn't want to be around me, or they wouldn't even want to be me in general. Because a lot of people copy me and take my words and post them on their videos or whatever the case. But I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna still be me, because at the end of the day, you can take my words, you can take the things that I say, but you cannot take how I say them. You cannot take how I come. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that. You can never take that. So at the end of the day, take what you want. Take what you please. But at the end of the day, I'm still getting mine because I am me. I'm always abundant because I'm always in my body. I am me. And that's why people are mad. They cannot be me. They try so hard. But you can't be me. Be yourself. Be yourself, and then you'll know what abundance actually looks like. You won't try to mimic it through somebody else's way of showing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's real, because I feel like a lot of people, they get so lost in the external and they still see their life looking into a loop. But it's because you're not understanding that you got exactly what you've asked for. You're already in the blessing. Just continue going through the blessing and seeing how much, and see how much abundance is actually there. But yeah, my glasses kept doing that because I feel like Devon was trying to be funny, because I ain't gonna lie, I needed this, because lately I have been really feeling ungrateful because of the simple fact that I put myself in situations that made me feel small. And I know that I'm not, and I know that I'm beautiful, and who I am and how I think is beautiful. So you know? And I've also understood that I don't really truly, I don't know, in this season, I'm just gonna be surprised. You know, I want to be surprised, and I want to allow myself to be open to anything good, anything that is a good experience, whether that even be an opportunity in some form. I ain't gonna tell y'all too much, but I have a lot that I'm doing, and I've said it in some videos, which go watch my skincare routine video. You'll see, or I'll tell you certain things that's going on with me with my career and stuff. But I am very sales is one of my biggest things. Not only sales, but I would love to do healing work, because I know that I'm capable of that. I dated somebody. Hold on, give me a second. But y'all, also being a mom is hard, and I haven't wanted to be vulnerable with being a mom, because people are so judgmental when it comes to mothers, and they're not as judgmental when it comes to fathers at all. And I feel as though it's hard. It's just really hard if you don't have kids, especially if you don't have kids, or if you had the desire to want kids, you feel me, then you can't really relate, you feel me, because at the end of the day, I didn't know this was in my path. I didn't know that this was in my purpose, and I didn't know that I agreed to this. Honestly, not gonna lie to you, I really thought that I wasn't gonna be able to have kids. I thought that I was not gonna be able to have no babies, and I didn't want kids. Straight up, I did not want kids. Straight the fuck up. And it was just weird how everything happened. Everything was just orchestrated to just be this way, regardless of if, I desired it or not. It was a part of character development type of thing. And I see why they are a requirement in my life, and I see why I chose to have them instead of getting an abortion, because honestly, truth be told, I've never agreed with abortions at all. And I always said that if I did have a kid, I wouldn't abort them, but I would definitely not try to have one. I'll do all I can to protect myself from having one. But now that I have my babies, and now that I've experienced everything, I know why I didn't want them. And it wasn't because I wasn't gonna love them, and it wasn't because I was gonna love being a mom, but it was because I was gonna be too serious. And I have this tendency to be really serious, and I don't like it, because it gets me to a depressive mode of I feel like I'm pretending, or I'm pretending to be something I'm not. But it's I don't know, it's an imposter syndrome that comes with being a mom for me. Because I have to be all aggressive, and I cannot be soft with my child, my babies. Only Emmett, my little one, my youngest one, with him, he requires to be soft. But with my eldest, he does not require for me to be soft. Not all babies or little ones require softness at all times. Now, they require softness, of course, but some babies require you need to be stiff, you need to be tough, because they will take advantage, and they will try to control you. And with that, it was hard for me to be start being like that. But after a while, it's it started to come with anger. That's why I started being serious, and that's why I started being really, more stern and assertive. And sometimes it does make me feel bad because of him pouting and him being sad about it. But I have really learned this year that everything taught me to be stronger, or to have thicker skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything taught me to have thicker skin, to have a rough side to me, an edge. And I wasn't like that. And honestly, even talking about it, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. That's why right now I'm talking about it and I'm just like, I don't look happy because I'm just like, it sucks for me, low-key. I low-key want to be light. I want to be light. I want to be softer. I want to be childlike again. I want to have fun. Lately, I feel like I've been really about business. And yeah, it sucks. I used to be a lover girl. I don't feel like a lover girl no more. I don't feel like that at all. Like, I have my fair share of like, oh, he's attractive and like stuff like that. But yeah, like, that's honestly being a mom. That's the relationship talk. Honestly, also, y'all, I want to show y'all my shoes. I like these. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can call them ugly, but these are very cute, especially on my feet. I make them look good. But take my shoes off. But I've had my fair share of that type of shit, but it's like, I don't care about that. Being a mom, though, it's definitely awakening my God consciousness. I've been seeing 33 a lot. 233, 133, just 33s. And that has to do with unconditional love. And it's very hard, y'all. Unconditional love is not easy. That shit is not easy at all. That's something that's a true... It's a selfless act. It's a true selfless act. And people don't even know what it is for real. For real. They think it's just about staying when everything's bad. No. It's not just about staying when everything's rough. Sometimes it's about leaving when you want to stay. And honestly, like, love is so true. It's just honesty. You have to be real with the situation. That's love. Honesty. That's what I see love as. It's true. It's the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that's true. And when we know the truth, we'll understand how to love people. And sometimes that's leaving people where they stand. And I really, really understood that. With my sons, with a mom duty, you never leave. You never leave. You never leave. Like, when it comes to being a parent, that's a different type of duty. You feel me? And I don't care what anybody has to say about, oh, marriage this and marriage that. Marriage was made by man, okay? Marriage is not created by God. What is created by God is your kids, is your little ones, is the people that you created. And those are the very people you should be honoring every fucking day. And honor yourself so you'll be able to pour into them. Because if you don't honor yourself, you won't even be able to pour into them the way that you would like to. All you're gonna do is be hard on them and rush them to succeed and rush them to be something that you want them to be because you weren't the person that you needed to be. You became something the complete opposite of what you were supposed to do. So honestly, the parent is always in the responsibility. And no matter what the age of the child is, it doesn't matter. Your duty is not gone even with them becoming older. Your duty is not gone. Your duty of trying to unconditionally loving them is not done because they're older. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely understand now that the reason why we keep trying to find unconditional love in partners is because we never got it from parents. And that's why I am learning to unconditionally love myself because no one taught me to do so. And I want to be able to teach my sons to unconditionally love them. But that also comes with that boundaries and having boundaries with them as well. Because as 2-year-olds, as 8, 9-month-olds, they don't know what boundaries are. They don't know what disrespect is or respect is. They're not trying to harm anybody, but that does not mean they're not capable of harming someone. And that is the true responsibility of a parent. I genuinely feel like people need to stop enabling their kids to do whatever at the youngest of ages. And then when they start getting older, then they put the rules on them because, oh, you should be old enough to know. No, because you never told me until now. So how am I old enough to know when I just started learning it? Because now you're thinking I'm old enough to know it. But you're mad because I'm not going at your pace of when you want me to know it. Like, that's why I'm taking the initiative of teaching my kids certain things now so they won't be like confused, like you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Yeah, they're young, but still they can still learn. They can still learn. They are not incapable of learning. It's a pattern. It's just patterning. Repeating stuff. But yeah, I honestly, and I'm trying to be a better person in just general. I just know where I come from, and I'm just understanding who I truly am to my core. I can be evil at times. I really can. And that's the truth. I don't like it. I don't like that side of me, but honestly, I do. I love it because I can utilize it now in the way that is necessary and healthy for all parties. And I don't use it against nobody. I just use it to help the situation, regardless if you don't see it that way. Because like I said, I'm always operating in a space of like, God, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? I don't operate from a space of, oh, what do I want? But God is now telling me, what do you want? You feel me? Like, God is like, now, like, girl, now I'm trying to ask you what you want. And you're now still, you know? But God is, I desire million subscribers on YouTube and a support system that is unbreakable. I would like to get paid for just doing these things, talking, expressing myself. And I would like to help other people know that that's possible, even just by asking. And they don't have to fucking fight, then claw their way into doing something or getting something, especially if they have earned their seed. Because I know I've earned my seed. I've done everything out of love. Everything. From the day I was born to now. And that's the truth. Sometimes I did things out of ignorance and not understanding, but even then, even after that, I still operated out of love, not in deceitfulness or manipulation or tiptoeing or sneaky or lying. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. There's been times that I was desperate, yes. I will admit to that. Desperate for connection, desperate for friends, desperate for true and honest love. Yeah, I will admit to that. But if that's a crime for wanting love, then arrest me. The fuck? Arrest me then. But yeah, people just genuinely be fake. Sometimes I be fake too with the rough shit. Cause I'm not really rough for real. Like, that's a mask. That's something that I use to protect myself. Like, yeah, I can get there. You feel me? But I don't want to have to. You know? I don't want to have to get there. You know? I never wanted to have to get to a certain point. Everything, it's just, yeah. I never wanted that for myself. I never wanted to have to get to a point of evilness or hurting somebody or saying something that would hurt someone. Like, I never want to have to get to that. But I also understand people try to manipulate my kindness, and that it's not gonna happen no more, because now you know, like, I'm not all sunshine and rainbows, you know. Nah, you feel me? You got that part, and you didn't you weren't grateful because you kept trying to see the other side. You kept trying to peek at what you didn't even actually want. And I'm just talking to people in general, because people genuinely, because I'm a nice and sweet person, they be wondering, like, what's her dark side? And they just try to find that just to use it against me. And it just be like, okay, what have you done so terrible that you had to see if I was an evil person so you can make yourself feel better about being how you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it gives. Because, like, why would you want to see my evil side? Because you wanted to feel better about yours? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. People genuinely just want to feel better about being themselves by comparison of other people, but then want those other people to be around them and love them unconditionally. How does that work? You don't even love yourself unconditionally because you keep trying to compare yourself to other people. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not even love in itself. So yeah, I'm definitely at that point where people just be fake, and I know it. But I still choose to give a fuck. And it's just like, that's my curse. I will forever care. I will forever care. No matter what I actually say out my mouth, my heart says it all. God knows my heart. God sees my heart. God is in me. So my heart shines bright. My heart shines through it all. My heart will seep through that shit. It will seep through the facade, because she can't hold up the lies. I may lie, but best believe after that lie, she would tell the truth, because, girl, she cannot hold a lie in. It's hard. So, honestly, yeah, like, I know who I am. I know who I am, and I know who I represent, and I'm done with the lies, because I know I can't lie. I can't live a lie. I can't live no lie. You feel me? I'm just too much of a truth seeker for that. But yeah, your girl is done with people lying, you know? It's just unnecessary at this point. The more people lie, the more it be like, okay, cool. I'm a lie too, and I don't want to be like that. You know, I don't want to be liars, so I don't want to be around liars. Because I know if I'm around liars, I'm going to be one. Just out of spite. Just out of fucking spite. And also just out of naturality, because whatever you around, you are. I got to stay away from lies. Gots to do that. But yeah, back to my friend though, because I was talking about somebody who I realized, like, okay, this person, right, they are super angelic. Like, it's like nothing impure with this person. Nothing. Everything that we are is pure. And not to say there's no sensuality that comes with that, because there is sensuality that comes with it, but it's not lust. And that's the difference. It's like this very, like, just I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not expecting anything out of the situation. It's just, I've really grown to be grateful for this person, because it's the fact that there's no hidden agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel that too. It's just so light and so peaceful. And he don't bother me. He don't blow up my phone, and he don't be weird. And I don't blow his phone up, and I don't be weird. Like, it's not like an urgency to be together. It's not an urgency to not be together. It's just relaxed. And it's something that I've realized I've wanted and I've needed for so long. Something very relaxed, something very chill. Regardless, it's just friendship. It's kinship. It's genuine kinship. It's not no competition. It's not no jealousy. It's not no, I'm trying to be with you, I'm trying to harvest you, I'm trying to harbor you, your energy. No, it's nothing. It's just nothing. And that's the perfect thing, because it's like, there's no expectations. There's no expectations if it go left. There's no expectation if it go right. There's no expectations. It's just pure peace, pure flow. That's exactly what I've been asking for. It's not pressure. There's no pressure with it. And I don't feel pressured. I don't feel like, oh yeah, then one day I gotta be with this person. No, like, because any choice that I make is the right choice. Any choice that I make is the choice that's going to evolve me, because I'm going with my intuition. This person is helping with my psyche. I'm grateful for them. I'm helping them with their psyche. They're grateful for me. It's simple as that. Because it's not oh, if we're not together and we're both, like, it's no pressure. It's no weird shit. Oh, if you don't do this in the relationship, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no, and no one's bringing that up. No one's bringing that up. No one's bringing, oh, if you don't, no one's saying stuff like that. Everybody's just being vulnerable. Everybody's just being vulnerable with what they want to talk about. Nothing. It's nothing like, oh, I'm trying to get you to be a certain way. It's just like, I'm trying to get you to understand me type of thing. It's like, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to get you to know me. That type of thing. And it's mutual in respect. So at the end of the day, I now know what that feels like. So no one can trick me to see that, you know what I'm saying, anything is different. No, because if I'm still feeling anxious, there's a reason for that. If I'm still feeling weird, there's a reason for that. Even if you think you're changing, even if you God knows me and I know God, and that's all I need to know. I don't need to know what's going on with you to know that I don't need you in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know that you are getting better and being a better person for me to know that I don't like you. Like, and it's just it's seriously that deep now, because I'm understanding, like, people try to trick you with your kind heart and try to be like, yeah, I'm doing way better. Remember the times when things were good? Cool. Yeah, sure. But I also remember the times when I was feeling anxiety and anxious because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen next. So those feelings are indicators of, like, okay, this is confusion, this is fear, this is not of God. This is not of what you are meant to experience, so stop. It's that simple. It's literally that simple, y'all. When y'all understand it's that simple, nothing will be hard again. Nothing. Nothing will be hard again. Nothing feels hard. Everything is effortless. Like, effortless, Mom. Effortless. Alright, y'all. I am done with my hair. That is the video. I was gonna end like that, but no. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what type of videos y'all want me to do for the future. Also, if y'all didn't see what type of product I was putting in my hair, I'm sure it's called Kaale. I'm trying to show y'all, but yeah, and it's all out. I used all of it. So like, comment, subscribe to this video so I can get some more. I can get more of these. All right, thank y'all.